Good morning, everybody. Hello. Oh my goodness. It's so good to see all of you here already. Hello. Good morning. Let's see who we've got. Lexi and Early Ritual, of course, and Rachel joined Scala Metaphysicae. Thank you. And let's see who else is here. Backyard Naturalist and Lost in Gothic Music and Gigi. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you. You guys were very there are lots of chatting this morning. I love it. I love it. Hello everybody. Good morning. Kim Moon Whisper. Oh my goodness. So many of you guys here. Elowen, Aquarius Tarot Adventures. Hello, hello. Good morning. Oh my goodness, you guys. I had a morning. So I woke up this morning at about 9 a.m. and I had no internet. Which is not a great thing to wake up on the day that you're planning on doing a bunch of stuff on the internet. I was like, why do I not have internet? So we had to go on the quest of figuring out why the internet was not working and restarting everything and calling the internet company, and thankfully we got it up and running. But it certainly put a frazzle on my morning. I can attest to that. So if I seem a little like, huh, that is why. It was just one of those mornings where I was like, really, this is not what I need today. Um, but we're here, we made it, we're live, we're hanging out with everybody. Welcome if you're new here. Anyways, my name is Dustin, and this channel, Modern Metaphysicae, is about all things occult and esoteric, with a very heavy lean on the tarot. I just want to give a big shout out to all of the Scala Metaphysicae members. So if you are a part of the membership program on the channel, a big thank you to all of you, as well as a big thank you to everyone who just comes and hangs out. And yeah, today we're going to hang out and do something we haven't done in a while, which is just like a little a chit chat, like a good old chit chat. Me talking to you guys talking to me. I have a few things to share with you guys today. I actually haven't gotten a whole lot of new stuff in um, since the last time we did one of these. I've gotten a few things that I want to share, but I don't have like a haul, one might say. So, but yeah, if you guys have questions for me, this is a great time to ask them. If you're curious about anything, really, feel free to throw them in chat. You can do at Modern Metaphysicae, and it will highlight it nice and bright on my screen for me. Or you can put it in all caps, and the moderators will make sure that I answer it. If I do miss it, just keep posting. Don't feel bad. You won't get in trouble for spamming or anything like that. So we are all well caffeinated. I'm working on that. I literally, literally like scrambled into the kitchen and I was like, I have got to make coffee. It was like, I think it was 9:28 when I made my coffee, and I was like, they're gonna have to wait. I need some coffee after this morning. So this is my first cup. Yep. Oh no, indeed, yeah. Oh my God. This morning was just, it was just one of those mornings. I was like, and I was really afraid because for a while there, I was like, I don't know what's going on. There might not be a live stream this morning, and I would have been sad. So yeah. Hello, good morning. No wizard hat. Nope. No wizard hat. But there was a hat. It was definitely a I don't have time to deal with my hair today kind of day. Oh my goodness. So funny. Hello. So, I do have a few things to share. I got a couple of books, that I want to share with you guys. What is on this? I just realized there's like, huh. The first one is this. By the way, normally I have links in the description box down below for the live stream. I don't. So if you're interested in anything I'm sharing with you guys today, after the live ends, if you're watching this live, I will go through and add all of the links. If you're watching this on replay, they should all be down in the description box down below, and you'll find all of my social media down there. You'll also find a link to my personal website where you can book a tarot reading with me, all that fun stuff. A link to join Scala Metaphysicae if you're interested in joining our community Discord server, or getting access to monthly Taroscope readings, or even monthly lunar spreads designed by me, you can find all that good stuff in the description box. So be sure to check that out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It does help the little algorithm monkeys to do their job. So, yeah, this is the first thing I wanted to share with you guys. So, this was a gift, and it's called The Lunar Year, Moon Magic Through the Seasons. It's by Allison Davies. This is published by Hardy Grant, who I have no idea who that is. Which it seems like that's an imprint of Quadrille. But it's a cute little book about, actually here we go. It's a cute little book that takes you through the year and through all of the moons, and it has the prettiest little illustrations. This poor plant got chewed on by my cat. Let's turn it this way so you don't have to see. It's like, oh, that's fine. We're just gonna get the like chewed up leaf. It's got the prettiest little illustrations in it, which I really, really love. Um, so yeah, it's got rituals and journal prompts and all kinds of fun stuff. And it has the full moon names, which is really interesting. I don't know if this is like too bright. Let's turn this down. Oh, turn it down just a bit. So it's a really cool little book. Yeah, I really like the illustrations. It also covers like deities, and yeah, it's got great information in here about all of the different kind of moons, and it goes straight through the year. So, and the great thing about it is it's not, it doesn't give like specific dates and stuff like that, which is really nice. So if you are um, on your own kind of cycle, and you want to start in the middle of the year, you want to start towards the end of the year, you can pick it up whenever and just kind of go through it. And I was quite surprised to see that it's a Smithsonian book too. So like this book is sewn, which is really nice. But I love the illustrations in this book. Monthly new moon rituals. So if you're looking for something to inspire you to work with lunar cycles, this is a really wonderful little book. I really love it. I've been having fun checking it out. Actually, where's April? There's lots of good stuff. So here's April. So the pink moon, which we had already, and then there's the monthly new moon ritual. Slavic traditions and folklore, interesting. So you get a little blurb about that. Monthly full moon ritual. April's lunar food is the potato, which I do love me some potatoes. Can I just say, so I found this little Korean market here in town. Yes, I'm going to talk about Korean food again. That has the like spiraled potatoes that are like frozen. They're like flash frozen, and you can make them like in the air fryer. And I was so excited. Anyways, potatoes. Um, so there's that. A spell to help you release stress. I need this. Don't we all need this? And it has potatoes. So a small potato, a potato peeler or knife, and soil the night after the full moon. Interesting. You have a lunar deity, which is, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I don't think it's Jackie. I'm not familiar with this deity, actually. So that's interesting. So you get some cool stuff there. You get a spell for Lunar Beauty Potion. Moon sign of the month is Aries, of course. So you get some astrology. A moon spell to tap into your intuition. And then you're into the next month. So it's a cute little book. So check this one out. The Lunar Year, Moon Magic Through the Seasons. It looks fun. Love stuff like this. So that is something I got recently. The next thing I wanted to share is I finally picked up the set of Franz Barden's books. For those of you who don't know, um, the author of this book is pretty widely regarded as kind of one of the like classic occultists. He passed away, I believe, in the late 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. He was a Czech occultist and lived through the Holocaust and all kinds of stuff. Quite a really phenomenal, interesting person. But his books on the occult have been around for ages, and I've just never got to read them. And I finally picked them up. So I'm going to be digging and sinking my teeth into these over the coming weeks. I'm going to have lots of time to read. So I'm very excited to check these out because I've heard very good things. These are very what's the word I want to use? They are religion agnostic, so it's kind of a system of magic that is not specifically associated with a religion in kind of a way that like Wicca is or something like that. And yeah, I'm really interested in checking this out because I've heard great things. Um, of course, it is a little dated, so there's that. But I will be reading through this. So here's a little photo of him. So this is the initiation into Hermetics, and in here we have so information about the elements, light, the Akasha or the etheric principle, karma, a whole section on the human being, the physical material plane, soul, astral body, astral plane, spirit, mental plane, truth, religion, God, and asceticism. All kinds of information on the practice of magic. So thought control, there's a whole chunks on meditation, mastery of breathing, um, schooling of spirit, soul, physical body. Yeah, there's all kinds of interesting stuff in here. So I'm really interested to check this one out. Has anyone in chat read this? Early Ritual, have you read this? Let me know. And there's 3 books that he wrote. So again, I will throw links down in later. So yeah, check these out. Let's see. We're gonna go big again for just a second. I want to catch up on chat. Hello, hi Simon. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I dig into it. I'm gonna have some time to read here coming up. Unfortunately, as a lot of you know, there's a lot of stuff going in and around in the background of my life, and there's going to be a whole lot more going on. I do have a family member who is unwell, and we'll be doing lots of stuff with them in the coming weeks. So it's going to be a busy time, for sure. Yeah, I will. So anything that any links from Amazon, I typically do affiliate links. Other than that, I usually just I usually don't, just because it's a pain in the butt. So, but yeah, I usually do put affiliate. If it's an Amazon link, it's usually an affiliate link. So those I got those 2 books now. This beautiful book came in. The people in Discord will recognize it. I covered this on the last upcoming and new releases video. So this is the complete Encyclopedia of Egyptian Deities. I did get the limited hardcover slipcase edition, which has beautiful gold gilded pages. And this is actually what the standard edition, hardback edition dust jacket looks like as well. But this book, you guys, this book is so amazing. I've been kind of quietly obsessed with this book. It has all kinds of really interesting. I mean, it's a chunky book. This is a chonker, for sure. So yeah, there's tons of information about every kind of deity you could possibly imagine. I also love that they rounded the corners. Can we talk about that? Um, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's printed on like magazine paper, which is kind of weird. It's a little different. But it's lovely. And as you can see, there's all kinds of information about holidays and festivals and cult centers and aspects and basically anything you ever wanted to know about an Egyptian deity, um, you're going to find in here. And there's even sections on modern worship, which is really interesting, right? So, Hathor is still honored in Egypt, notably as a spirit who wanders Dendera's ruins and helps the local women. On my first visit to Dendera in 1996, I was told by the wife of the temple caretaker that a jinn, whom she called the Cow Lady, granted wishes, particularly wishes for conception, fertility, pregnancy, or for the health of sick children. According to local Dendera tradition, if women enter the temple at night and bathes in the sacred lake, or if she uh, scratches dust from certain images on the temple walls and mixes it with water to drink. This water grants healing and blessings and solves any problems, right? So it's really interesting that you get kind of like modern context um, in this. So here's Heka, all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, this is a really cool book. I'm really happy I got this. Of course, Ra. It's kind of a big guy. A lot of people know about Ra. So yeah, beautiful book. Highly recommend. Um, this is a, and it's very, very well constructed. Here's the same sort of design and imprint on the cover as you do the slipcase. So, oh, putting things back in slipcases is always a nightmare, though. Can we talk about that? Here, let's. Where's my mouse? You guys can watch me struggle. Here we go. Okay. Ta-da! So I got this in, very excited. I've been loving just kind of flipping through it and reading about different things, and so there's that. I did also get in finally. These took a while to get here, and I have not opened them yet because I'm gonna open them um and work with them. These are the Night and Day Tarot. These are by the creators of the Divine Masculine Tarot. This is their new deck that will be launching on Kickstarter. So I'll have information to that. There's going to be a video that comes out. I'm going to be doing it this week. So there will be a whole video about these. So I'm very excited about this. So this is a little sneak peek for those of you that watch the live streams. You get a little like ooh. So and they're really beautiful. The boxes are gorgeous and the cards are wonderful. So excited to dive into those. Yeah. So that's really it in terms of what I've gotten in terms of books. I did get one deck in. It's a vintage deck. This is not the vintage deck that I was talking to Lexi about. Um so if but this is a different one. So this is Odin's Journey, the Norse wisdom cards. So this is actually kind of like an oracle. It's kind of like a tarot oracle. Um But I picked this up off of eBay, the Bays of the Ease. This is from, I can't remember when this is from. Of course, it's got these delicious inserts. This is from the early 2000s, it looks like. But I, for the life of me, could not find any information on this deck. Um, it's like an oracle. It's really cool. The artwork is beautiful. We're gonna zoom in here so that you guys can get a closer look. Um, but it basically uses uh, Norse mythology and the Eddas um, to create a deck, which is really cool. So this has been fun to kind of shuffle and play with and use as an oracle. I wish I picked up that $1,300 Pam-B. That would have been amazing. Can I just say, like, there's something really, I love artwork, like illustration work from the 90s and the early 2000s. Like, people just don't do it anymore, right? Like, it's just not the same. I love this. A little Adam and Eve kind of vibe going on here in the Loki card. The Wanderer. Yeah, it's a really cool deck. Jotunheim. Sleipnir. And I like that you get little keywords, which is really cool. Oh my gosh, everybody go run. The Maria Tarot is currently in stock on Etsy. If you haven't gotten it yet, go pick it up. I have heard that the shipping is quite extravagant. For those of you who are running to grab it. So yeah, this is a really I like they just don't make decks like this anymore. And it's a huge deck. Like I can't remember exactly how many cards are in this. I think it's like 60 something. Um but they just don't you just don't get decks like this anymore. The card stock is not great on this, I will say. Look at Hugo Mugen. Oh, I love it. Enlightenment. Bifrost. And the keyword is expansion. Love it. I shuffled in a bunch of upside downs. So yeah, it's a great little deck. The Armoring of Odin, Sacred Oath. And the cool thing is in the guidebook you get now the guidebook doesn't have like a whole like slew of information, but it does a good job of describing stuff. So like it gives you like a section of like mythological background, which is really cool. So like for Midgard Summer, it talks about Loki fathered three children with his mistress, da 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 da, and it goes into some of it, and then it also gives you a um, divinatory meaning and then like keywords, right? Which is kind of cool. So yeah, this is a really cool deck. I'm really excited that I stumbled upon it. I quite literally stumbled upon it when I was perusing eBay, as one does late at night when when one can't sleep. Um, and sometimes I do that. Like I could not, I don't think if anyone can find one, but I could not find like a walkthrough of this deck. And it was inexpensive enough that I was like, I'll just get it. I bought it on a whim, and I'm quite glad I did because it's a great little deck, and it's actually quite large too. It is a little bit bigger than standard tarot. So this is a standard tarot card. You can see it's quite a bit wider. But yeah, I did grab that. So those are all the new things. Oh, I did want to mention too. I did also grab a copy of the Talisman Oracle, which has been really interesting. I don't know if anyone's seen this. So this is a really interesting little Oracle deck that has a bunch of talismans in it, which is kind of cool. So you can work with these in terms of like altar cards and things like that. The guidebook um, is is pretty nice. So it talks about using the talisman as a talisman, and then it also talks about it in like a reading and things like that, which is really cool. And then it also gives you little pieces of, I think this is what kind of paper is this? This is a kind of paper. Anyways, it gives you little pieces of paper so that you can overlay it onto the card and trace the talisman to do workings, which I thought was kind of really clever. So you get this little envelope full of, what is this paper called? Why can't I think of what this is called? Anyone in chat? Vellum. Thank you, vellum. Vellum paper, which is nice. So I've not worked with this yet. I've only kind of like shuffled and played around with it and kind of read some like one card pulls. But it's a nice little deck. I wish it wasn't glossy, but I do love that it's gilt, and the backs are really lovely too. Oh, Patrick, you've been using it? Nice. Yeah. So I've not had a chance to work very much with this. I've just kind of shuffled it and pulled some cards like Oracle style from it. Um, but not in terms of like working with the talismans and stuff like that. So it's a really clever little deck. I was quite surprised by the little envelope of vellum inside the deck. So I thought that was a really cool touch. So once I've worked with this more, I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are. And that's by US Games, by the way. So mass market available in most places. So the Talisman Oracle. Yeah, the art's lovely. I agree. Yeah. Very lovely. Okay. What else? So that's really it about as far as like what's come into my collection. Um oh, coffee. 20-year-old art degree fine. Right? Yes. Oh my goodness. I couldn't remember the name of that. Thank you. I was like, what? There's a word for this paper. And vellum just escaped my brain. So $30 US for shipping for the Maria Tarot. That's not terrible considering it's coming in from overseas and it's probably tracked and insured. So I suppose that's not awful. Um, but yeah. Yeah, US Games is actually kind of diving into some interesting kind of concepts and ideas lately, which I kind of like. So yeah. Oh, nice. You picked up the out of print Lenormand. Very cool. Yeah, I like to just sometimes go on eBay and like I'll put in like vintage tarot, and I'll often sometimes do vintage tarot lots because sometimes a lot of times collectors and things like that when they pass away, um, they're the companies who do like estate sales won't have a clue as to what they have, so they'll put like lots of things up on eBay and sell them. And so I've gotten some cool little mini collections that way. They'll usually like list them in like groups of 5 or something like that. Um But yeah, I always like to peruse the eBays for vintage decks. Um, that's one of my favorite little pastimes when I need to like burn some time where I'm like doom scrolling late at night. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as far as that goes, there is a couple housekeeping things I wanted to talk about with regards to the channel. Um, So this afternoon is our last I Ching study hall. So first of all, just a big shout out and thank you to everyone who's participated in study hall. If you're new or not sure what study hall is, it's basically kind of like our version of a book club. So we picked reading Benabel Wen's opus magnum of book for the I Ching as a group, and it's been really interesting and very challenging. In fact, that is not a book that is beginner friendly in the slightest. But yeah, a big shout out to everyone who's participated in the I Ching study hall. It's been super fun, and I think everybody's been enjoying it. That being said, later this afternoon or sometime this week, I will be putting up polls both on Discord and on the community tab of the channel, so keep an eye out for that. If you are a subscriber, you should and if you click the bell and click all notifications, you should get notifications of when I post things on the community tab. But I'm going to put up a poll for various different topics that have been suggested to me with regards to what we want to do next. And there's a very heavy lobby being happen being leveraged for a Thoth study. So if you're interested in doing a Thoth, I can't talk today, a Thoth study or a Toth study, then vote for that. But I will be taking into consideration both members and non-members, of course. The study hall is a members perk. It's a perk for all tiers, so you can register at the lowest level if you want, and you just have to be a member for 1 month to gain access to it for the rest of your life. So, or as long as you're on YouTube, and I'm on YouTube. Um, so be sure to check that out. So yeah, that will be in the Discord and on the community page. So be sure to vote. And thank you to everyone who participated in the first one. It was fun. It was definitely fun. Um. Oh, Terra Trouble, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Everyone with the Thoth emote spam. Yeah, also you get, if you're a channel member, you get access to all kinds of fun emojis that are for the channel, which is also fun. All right. So there's that. Also, what else have I been up to? I did a big update in the boutique, which I haven't shown in a while. I'm gonna try something, and I don't know how well it's gonna work. How do I want to do this? Um, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna try. Hold on. Stand by. I made a little video. And I don't. Can I? Let's see if it will. Okay, there it is. So we will grab this. And then We'll hit OK. And I don't know how loud this is going to be. I hope it's not really loud. Is there a way for me to adjust? No. Well, let's see how it goes. I'll turn it down really quick. Hopefully it's not terribly loud. Okay. We we figured it out. We're gonna start that over again so you guys can see everything. All right. Here we go. Yay! I was like, I haven't shown anything about the boutique in a long time, so I put that together for you guys. Thank you for all the kind words in chat. So yeah, lots of work in there the past week. That kind of occupied a lot of my time. Um, so yeah, members do get a discount. Adeptus members get a discount on the website. So I do offer some things on the website. So, and I hope to expand that. But yeah. Thank you. It is in Colorado. Yep. Only available in Colorado for the whole experience. But if you're ever in Colorado and you want to visit, just shoot me an email. So I've been very busy in there, getting that stocked up and cleaned and kind of organized some things and brought lots of new things in and stuff like that. So yeah, it's super fun. I love it. Um, all the cool stuff is in Colorado. I agree. 100%. Colorado's pretty amazing. I love it here. I've lived all over the world. I lived in the UK. No offense. Oh, I did love the UK. I would love to go back. In fact, there is a very warm place in my heart for when I lived in the UK. But I lived in London. And then I also lived in Nevada. I've lived in Florida. I've lived all over, and I love Colorado the most. So the boutique is located in Colorado Springs, Colorado. How far is Colorado from New York? It's quite far, Simon. It's about a 4 hour flight, or a 2 day drive. Or more. It's probably more like a 3 day drive. It depends on how long you're driving, but it's quite the trek. The shop is in Colorado Springs, Colorado. When I was in London, I lived in the Holborn area or Borough. Um, so yeah, Super fun. Yeah. So yeah, it's been super busy, which I love. Um so there's an update on the boutique. And if you're interested in seeing more of the boutique, I post a lot of stuff about the boutique on my Instagram. So feel free to and there is a link to that down below. So if you want to follow the boutique stuff, and if there's ever there has been instances where I will post photos of something and someone will be like, "Oh my gosh, I need to have that." Like I need to have that. And if that's the case and I can accommodate it, reach out to me and let me know. Because I have um shipped things all over to different people who have seen photos of something and they're like, I need that. And I'm more than happy to do that if it's possible. So yeah. Oh yeah, Boulder's not too far. I lived in Boulder, in fact, for 2 years. I lived in Boulder. So yeah, Boulder's lovely. I love Boulder. Um, so yeah. Alrighty. Well, we're right at about we're a little under an hour because I was a late Nancy. We've got about 10 minutes before we hit the hour mark. Does anybody have any questions for me? So that's kind of like what's new, what's been going on in my life. Super busy with a lot of things. In terms of like videos and stuff like that, I do have stuff coming up. Um, the the situation behind the scenes with my family and a lot of the medical stuff that's been going on with them has been occupying a lot of my time. So I do apologize for that, but I appreciate everyone's well wishes and support. And a lot of you guys have messaged me privately about that, and I really appreciate it. Nancy's asking, where did I live in Florida? So I lived in Sarasota, and I also I got my master's degree in Orlando. So yeah. Yep. Sarasota was lovely. I actually worked at a theater while I was there. No for this trip, says Simon. Yeah, New York's a little far. You could also take the train. You could go from New York all the way down to Denver, which isn't is I think that's a 4 day trip. I can't remember, but I've always wanted to do it. I might have to do it sometime, but there is a train. One of the very few like nice train rides that we have. Our train infrastructure in the United States is dog shit. To say the least. It's awful. It's terrible. That was one thing, like, when I came back to the States and I was just like, it's a pain in the butt to get anywhere. Like, it's not too bad on the East Coast, especially in New York. Like, um, it's, it's very doable, right? It's more like Europe, especially over there. But like, especially here, it's it's not great. Denver's pretty good. Like we have a light rail system in Denver, which is it's like an above ground subway basically. And that's nice, but like there's nothing that will get you like around the state. For example, there's one train line that goes through the state. It goes right down the middle of the state, but like it's, you're talking about like a whole day's worth of traveling by train in order to drive like the 4 hours it takes to get across the state. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. Um, but yeah, I wish we had better trains. I miss the trains from Europe. That was the night. So after when I went back to the US, I shipped everything home from when I was there, and I packed myself a bag effectively, and I went backpacking through Europe on my own for a month, a whole month. And I went from the UK up into Amsterdam, and then I went down through Germany, through the Rhine Valley, into Switzerland, down into Italy, and then back up through Spain and France, and back into the UK. Is kind of the loop that I made. And being able to just like hop on a train and go or hop on a bus and go was like the best thing about that experience. And we don't have that here. So yeah. Any other questions for me? Anybody have any questions? Yes, no, maybe so. I'll give you guys a second to catch up because there's always a little delay. Oh, New York to Chicago's not bad. I've heard that's actually a pretty good little trip. Oh, that would be amazing. An Indian train vacation. I would love like there's a couple places I would love to go to, like Japan and South Korea. Those are two places I would love to visit. I would love to go to Egypt. And I would love to go to India and Nepal. Like those are on my bucket list for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely a perk. I'm very jealous of. I mean, we have great stuff here. One thing I want to do this summer is go down to um the Four Corners regions and go see all of like the cliff dwellings and stuff down there. So, I did that like when I was a kid, like in elementary school. I think we took a day trip down there, and I just genuinely don't remember it. There are cliff dwellings not too far from where I live, but those were actually moved. So they were doing like a I think they were building like a mine or a tunnel or something. I can't remember what it was, and some rich millionaire back in the I can't even remember, it was like the 30s or the 20s, literally had the cliff dwellings disassembled and then relocated to save them, which was really cool. And they're still there. And I visited those. Those are lovely, but they're out of context, which is kind of weird to me. But I would love to go see some of those like ancient American sites and things like that. They're very fascinating to me. So I want to do that this summer. That's one of my things I'm gonna try and get down there. Uh, Rachel, if you the best way, I mean, you can ask in chat, but you can also just send me an email. It's so modernmetaphysicae@gmail.com. Or if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you should be able to direct message me on either of those platforms. So whatever you're most comfortable with. Yep. You can also go to my website, and on my website there is a contact me form, and you can also put it in there, and it will shoot me an email. Whatever you're most comfortable with. So yeah. Just checking chat here, making sure I'm not missing anything. You're welcome. So yeah, that's that's all I've been up to. So let's see what have we got on the schedule. So next not next week, but the following week. So next week I will be sending out lunar spreads to all the Adeptus members. So keep an eye out for those Adeptus folks. So you should get those next week. And then the following week you should get I should be posting all of the teroscopes for May, so keep an eye out for those. What else do we have coming up? I will be doing my review, my first impressions review of the day and night tarot, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's really about it. Other than that, we're gonna hang out um, this afternoon and do our last I Ching study hall. Again, if you have any last minute suggestions for a study hall, if there's a book or a topic that you would like to do like a group study with, please feel free to shoot me a message or post it in Discord or anything like that, because I will be collating those into a poll and posting those polls for those that are interested. And yeah, you guys are so funny. Um, Trips are always fun. I love vacations and trips. They're terrifying, and like there's part of me that's like I never want to leave my home and I just want to be a hermit and read my books and listen to music and drink coffee all day, right? But there's also part of me that loves traveling. Loves travel. Like one of the things that I miss about working in technology when I worked in technology is I got to travel quite frequently. I would go to California, like San Francisco, and Seattle all the time for conferences and things like that. Um, I would always manage to get what I affectionately called the nerd plague. So whenever you'd go to a conference, you always get a cold because you're being exposed to a whole bunch of like germ strains that your body's not used to. So I would always get the nerd plague after after a conference. But I would travel usually almost every other month when I was working in technology, and that is one thing I do miss about that. I don't miss the stress. I don't miss all of the other crap that came with those jobs, but I do miss the traveling. Oh my goodness. But day trips are fun. I do enjoy day trips. And the great thing about like where I live is there's some fun day trips. Like I can go to the Garden of the Gods, I can go up into the mountains. Yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. So, too funny. Excuse me. So yeah, alrighty friends. Let's get things wrapped up so that I can go have some lunch and probably another coffee before we dive into our last teaching study hall. I just want to say thank you for everybody who came to hang out today. I hope you guys enjoyed this like rambly, unfocused, uh, random shit show of a live stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. Thank you so much to all the channel members, and yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see some of you guys in a little bit here. So yeah, have a wonderful Sunday, everybody, and remember, everybody is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. So be kind to one another out there, okay? Bye, everybody.